What's up, YouTube? ODST General back again with another Operation Trebuchet news update. I do apologize if this video gets out to you guys a bit later than usual. I unfortunately didn't get to record on my normal night, which is Wednesday night recording. And so I'm recording this on Thursday. My release is tomorrow morning, so we'll see what happens. Anyways, let's get into it. Jedi's laser designator. Jedi teased a laser designator that he's working on. I actually showed this off before. He showed off a slightly more in-depth model this time around, and it's definitely shaping up. If you guys don't recognize it, like I mentioned last time, this is from the live-action trailer Landfall. We see this laser designator as ODSTs are using it to designate the door Chief was falling with from the Forerunner key ship. The laser designator has the rear end of the SRS sniper rifle, and other than that, it's pretty much customized pretty well. Currently, it's not named at all, just laser designator, so I'll have designation later on of some kind. It's a joke, designator, get it? No. Anyways, let's go on. Speaking of the SRS, the 99C reload animation's being redone. Scorch posted this. It wasn't credited, although I'd imagine this is another animation Zach is doing, as he was the one doing the work with the other animations. So, just what there is to see there, guys. Not a whole lot more to say about that. Delta Gamer is also working on animation. He's reworking the Warthog gunner positioning to be more accurate to what is seen in the Halo games. So you can see basically just legs are slightly more spread out, kind of a crouching position. Some people have pointed out this looks kind of uncomfortable, which I would imagine if you're just standing like that it is. Although from what we hear in the books, the Halo Warthog guns are supposed to have straps or something from what some books have indicated. So I guess that would be kind of comfortable just to kind of like lean back in that position maybe. I don't know. Anyways, it's more screen friendly, which I'm all for, even if it's not necessarily quite realistic. I like the more realistic aspects, but certain things like that, I think going for screen friendly is a little bit better of a way to go. So I'm okay with that. Zephir Sousa, now that she's kind of completed her cargo ship and that's gone on to its own mod, she's kind of gone back to the Mark 5B armor and she's adding in more details. It looks like that'll primarily be to the helmet, or at least that's what we've been showing off with actual things like grooves and stuff cut into the visor to make it more screen accurate. Really awesome looking, but bear in mind this is Substance Painter this is being shown off in, so probably not quite as good as it's going to look once it's in Arma. Or better looking, I should say, not as good. Oops. Bradster continues work on his farmhouse. So, like I said, I wasn't sure if this was going to replace the current farmhouse, and I'm still not. However, he is working on multiple variations. So as you can see in the pictures here, he's got two farmhouses, one which has one entryway into it. And then there's doors that look like it goes to both sides of that farmhouse. And then you can exit out on one end of it. And then you've got another where there's a separate housing complex on it that you can come in from two sides. And then that one presumably has doors in similar places. We also see a second screenshot in which it shows the interior of one of these houses untextured. The color patterns indicate various things. If I remember correctly, the orange is windows, blue is doors, and yellow is like high windows, and I forget what green is. If I remember correctly, that might be incorrect. Green might be like windows or something. I can't remember. Unfortunately, I don't have his color chart in front of me, so you guys are just going to have to deal with that. So that's all I have for the main dev team this week. Now, in their attempt to outshine the dev team, the side mods have really picked it up this week. First up, we have Pawn. Now, Pawn we've talked about the last couple update videos. He was working on a Jackal. This week he's showing off something a little bit different. He is working on a field medical case seen in Halo 2 Anniversary, which probably means it was in Halo 2 in a different form. So I've got the in-game screenshot from Halo 2 of this medical crate he's working on, as well as an untextured version in his modeling program. This thing is shaping up pretty well. I wouldn't be surprised. He hasn't said it specifically, but I'm pretty sure the plan is to get this added into the game. I'm not sure where he plans to do that, if he plans to give this to like a side mod like Opcan or donate it to the dev team. Pawn, if you're watching this, let me know in the comments below so everybody else can see that. And if I remember, I'll update that in the next video. But yeah, nice looking crate he's got going here. I'm pretty excited to see that get textured and in-game. What else do we got going? We've got Fletchers Mod, Fletchers Section 3 Declassified. He added some pretty awesome stuff in his most recent update, some pretty notable things. With Fletchers Mod, I don't really play it quite as much as certain other mods because it requires Ace, and while I use Ace a lot, I've never really bothered to get into the rounds and stuff, but he's added some stuff that even I would use. So let's see here. Let's look. He's added the BR-59 Fafnir. So this is a Beowulf-style weapon package that changes the battle rifle. The custom weapon provides immense close-range firepower in the battle rifle package. The Fafnir fires 14.5 by 40 millimeter rounds in various types. It varies from the battle rifle. It uses the same model, but it uses different sounds from the standard battle rifle to be a bit more unique. It sounds a lot like louder and beefier. He's also added Narc darts to the M6C SOCOM. The Narc darts function like Humblers, except for are slower and are even shorter range. So, once again, if you have a high-value target or you're trying to suppress a civilian, although if you're trying to suppress a civilian, I'd say Humblers, the Narc dart's a nice way to go. That way you don't have to change rounds into your main weapon. You can just switch to your pistol real quick and Narc dart your target. So that's some of the stuff what he's got going on. But the really fun thing he's done is he's gone and he's also modified the SRS sniper rifle, and he's turned that into the Stanchion, or his own version of it. Now, I tested this out the other day, but I haven't tested it out for a couple days, and this thing is insane. So basically, it's a heavier weapon, and it cannot be suppressed, but it is a destroyer of vehicles. Now, when he originally released this, it unfortunately was using the incorrect kind of rounding. It was using Gauss rounds and was just annihilating targets. I tested this out on a few different vehicles the other day, and I one-shotted a Mongoose, I one-shotted a Warthog. I shot a Hemmet with it, and I kind of was off target a little bit. I hit the wheel instantly vaporized. I didn't check the stats on the vehicle, but it didn't take it out quite, but it was smoking, and it took a lot of damage from that single shot. Second shot, it didn't explode immediately, but it did explode eventually after a couple minutes, so a devastating weapon, truly. A blast to play with, and it's pretty loud. So it is a lot different. It feels even crazier than the Fafnir is in differences. So that's awesome. If you have Fletchers Mod, check it out. If you don't, download it. Those Humblers are a lot of fun to play with, but that Stanchion, though, check that out for sure. Like I said, the Cricket's also in there. A little bit of self-promotion. I've continued work on Gow. I haven't gotten a lot of work done this week, but basically I've worked on redoing Wilkesford, and basically I'm adding sidewalks and new structures into that area, so I'm completely redoing that, just as I've done with Zephyr's Landing and, somewhat to the main city. So continuing work on that, update maybe within the next week or two, hopefully. Otherwise it's going to be a little while before I get to update it. And then last thing we have to talk about, Opcan. He released his first batch of vehicle camos for the Pelicans and Warthogs. The Halo 3 radio backpacks were released. He has an ACH-20 helmet, which I believe is a custom helmet. It might be based off something, I am unsure, but I think it's just a custom one. He added Shmogs, and he has most importantly added the Air Assault helmet with compatible HUD. This was designed by Immortal Phoenix, who is one of the developers for the main mod team. And this thing is not only a gorgeous looking model, but it's actually compatible with the ODST HUD, as I said. Currently, it doesn't have a seal around the neck, so a lot of people aren't using it. That is getting added in with the next update to Opcan, it sounds like. But this is just a gorgeous looking helmet. It comes in a variety of camouflages, including red, a blue similar to what Kat used on her version of the Air Assault, as well as a number of more realistic camouflages such as sand, desert, woodland, and urban camouflages for it. So you guys are seeing some of those on screen now, if not all of them. A blast to play with. If you guys have Opcan, try out the Air Assault helmet. You're going to love it. I can pretty much guarantee that. And that's everything for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed the update. Just as always, in the comments below, let me know what you're most excited for from this update here. What are you looking forward to using the most in this update of stuff that's just gotten released, and what's being worked on that you're looking forward to most? Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take it easy.